Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to take a look over another Transformers Studio Series for you guys, and this time we have here is one of the old Studio Series figures, and I'm actually pretty excited to have one with me because today I'm going to take a look over is one of the old Studio Series, I think right around probably, I don't remember, I think during the pandemic, I don't know, I might have to check, I could be wrong, or probably during around 2021. Like I said, I'm going to have to check my history, but the one I'm going to take a look over is this right here. The Transformers Studio Series number 84 Deluxe Class Bumblebee Movie Ironhide. Now, before we continue on, you guys do me a little bit of a quick favor, so I'll be right back.
Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day.
So, this one I actually got it from a good friend of mine on Twitter. Johnny, which, shout out to him, he's a great friend of mine, and this one was in a 2-pack with RC, which is going to be in a separate video, so yeah. So here it is what the packaging style is going to look like for Deluxe Class packaging, and yes, I'm reviewing an old figure, so this is going to be a nostalgic moment for everyone, but everybody already know about that. But if you guys already knew collecting Transformers Studio Series, this is actually what it looks like, so yeah. So you can see Ironhide right here, the movie model of this character right there, looking pretty fantastic. You can see the side of the packaging close up right here, looking pretty cool. You can see the other side of the packaging far out like this, looking fantastic as usual. Nothing at the top, nothing at the bottom. Shit. And you can see the back of the packaging right here, and the background job he comes with is the Cybertron Falls, and he comes with one accessory, so yeah. So let's take a look over the accessory and take a look over the figures. So let's start with a review. So the accessory that Ironhide comes with is this right here. This gun also used for, I think, I was gonna say Brawn, I guess, but also Ratchet. So, yep. I think Wheeljack and Ratchet used that. Brawn used another weapon. I'm not sure. I had to check my collection, but this is cast in black. So yeah, and let's take a look over the figure itself. So yeah. So here we have Ironhide in his vehicle mode. His vehicle mode is representing a Cybertronian van right here. And this is just a straight repaint and a little bit of slight retool of Bumblebee Movie Ratchet, which I don't have, but I am planning to get one soon in the future. So yeah. And to be honest with you, Ironhide look fantastic. The painting is going to the detailing of this figure of the vehicle mode looks great. The red with this lightish yellow right here with the light gray. This figure does look pretty cool. And I actually do like the vehicle mode on Ironhide and Ratchet because of the front part of the vehicle mode. It looks pretty cool. You have the Autobot symbol right here, which of course is the part of the robot's chest. This right here is actually cast in translucent blue plastic, painted over, and it doesn't actually ruin anything. Matter of fact, the whole vehicle mode is actually one of the best I actually ever seen. Because, well, you can barely see the robot mode kibble. Like, underneath the legs and the arms are in. I apologize for that, my dad was asking me about something. But yeah, the robot arms and the legs are tucked in very well. And you can see the head is like right there, and there's no like vehicle cover sticking out, like no hands and feet exposing. Like the whole thing is actually nice and compact. Now, I do have a problem, of course, which is the lack of paint. That's one of the main issues. And before anyone's going to ask me if I'm going to custom paint this red to give it more movie show accurate, I'm going to try. Because right now, I'm trying to paint the Dark of the Moon Wheeljack, and I kind of give up. Long story short, that figure is going to be very hard to paint, so, but I'll figure it out by that one. But for this one, I might have to figure it out soon, so yeah. And also the, you do have the gray clips right here instead of the red one, so it does kind of kill the mood right there, so yeah. He does roll pretty well, want to mention one thing, and there's a weapon storage, there's a peg hole right there, you can plug into the peg right there. My hair's in the way. Yep, I'll keep losing more of my hair because of my stress out. But yeah, nice weapon storage, and I actually do like it a lot. And all I'm going to say is the vehicle is actually pretty good. Hasbro did a good job right here. Now the transformation of this figure, I actually did have some bit of a problem because the instructions are shit. And yeah. And I kind of struggled a little bit, so yeah. But not only that, some of the hinges are loose, and I will explain to it in the robot mode. But first thing to do is just by opening the side of the van right here. Next to do is flip this part up. There's a tab right there and to go into the slot if you're doing the robot to vehicle, but there you go. You want to have that out. Next thing to do is just buying let's see here. I don't want to break the figure, but untap the arms. There's a tab here to go into these feet right down here. Then you want to untap the front part right there of the vehicle mode. Yep, 2 more tabs to connect it right here. And it's actually a pretty good connection right there. Yeah, this is one of the issues right here I actually have. This whole area is just loose, and I have no clue why. But I'll explain more in the robot mode. Bring out the legs. Then you wanna see here. You wanna do something without fucking it over. There we go. Everything is like a hinge and swivels, and it's kind of a cluster. So swing this up, bring the legs down, and you want to twist the leg facing forward. Then you want to bring the feet out like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Now the legs on my copy like moves forward and backwards. Mine were loose, and I fixed it with super glue, and yet, okay, yeah. But look at this. These like in and out like that is on a pin, but look, they're loose as hell, and I have no clue why. I don't know if it's the same thing for every copy for every Ironhide figure, but it's not even right. Now bring this out like that because you want to have the head facing that forward to the robot. So bring it like this. Bring the robot chest up like that, and this slot right here will connect it to this peg right there. Connect that in. Then you want to bring this area right here down like that. Then bring all this panel right here, and this tiny tab will go into the slot right there. And you do the same on the other side. So there you go. Last thing to do is just flip up the hands and just making sure it's actually connected in. Because if don't, you feel like your copies feel like wobbly like that. But make sure that's actually connected in. Make sure you straighten out the head. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Bring the wheels up like that. I kind of forgot about it. Bring the wheels like that, so facing this. I was gonna say, and there you have Ratchet, not Ratchet, Ironhide is vehicle mode, but thank fucking God thank God for that. So there you go. And there you have Ironhide in his robot mode. Yeah, all like the hinges of everything like is so loose. I have no clue why. But for a figure that is compact very well and had the best robot mode alongside with Ratchet, I think Bumblebee Movie Ironhide is actually one of the best figure in history. So I don't know. Plus, also it's kind of my first Ironhide figure, and I actually never have it in my collection. So I think this is actually my first Ironhide figure. I need to check every history I have for Transformer. If not, well, there you go. He's my first one. So yeah. So anyways, the paint disc, the detailing of the robot mode is actually fantastic. Perfectly good looking, sleek as hell. And I guess Buffy. I guess Buff. I don't know. This figure does look fantastic, and I just want to say one thing: the head sculpt is so awesome. And here's the best part about this: You have translucent on the back, so you do have some light piping on it. And this is actually pretty cool. And if you guys don't know what light piping is when a Transformer figure has clear plastic in the back and you shine a light on it, that's light piping. But sometimes there's figures that have the eyes painted and they have the translucent plastic in the back of the head. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. Now the issues. The issues when I messed around with this figure, his legs were actually loose. And it's not only that, like the whole leg, like doing like that, that's loose. Even though I already put a little bit of super glue look, yet it's still a little bit loose, but not too much looseness, not too much stiffness, so yeah. And I have no clue why. I don't know, it's just, like I said, I don't know if it's like all the copies for every Ironhide and Ratchet figure, or it's just my copy, but you guys can leave the comment down below. He does have some good mechanical detail, and by the way, look awesome, like underneath right here in the armpits, on the thigh, and the legs, everywhere. He does look pretty good. Even like around on his like the body right here looks cool. So articulation wise, head is on a ball joint, so it does go full 360 right here. It can go up that far. If the camera can even focus, it can go up that far, down that far, and you can pivot side to side. That's actually pretty cool. Arms, it's on the sole, so it does go full 360. Arms can go in and out. You do have a bicep sole right here, pretty nice. A perfectly 90-degree bend right here. No wrist articulation, but the hands can go in and out, but that due to the transformation. So that's kind of a bit disappointing right there. You do have a waist swivel, of course, but of course that's part of the transformation, but a nice, perfectly good waist. It is a bit loose, but not too loose, so thank God for that. Legs can go forward, back that far. Does go in and out. You do have a nice thigh swivel, not loose, perfectly good. A good looking 90-degree bend right there. Also, the wheels are sculpted in like that. Pretty cool. Feet can go up and down like that, but that due to the transformation. You do have a little bit of ankle pivot right here. No movement like that. So, posability of this figure looks pretty good. And you do have a weapon storage right here, where there's this slot right there to go into this tab. You can store it in the back of the figure, and this actually looks pretty cool. Now, sometimes this actually happens if you do that, and if it does keep happening a little bit, put a little bit of crazy glue right here. Just wait until it dries off. Then when it's ready to connect it in, and it's like a nice, good connection, and you try to pull it out. There you go. But like I said, don't not put it in until it dries up. Just wait until it dries up. So yeah, I'll probably have to do a YouTube short on that one. But you can plug it into each one of the other hands, so you can see Ironhide that's shooting Decepticons. You know, for a character that is shown for a cameo just for a little bit, it's like a see it if you miss it alongside with the other characters. But yeah, Ironhide does look pretty cool. But we're not even finished yet, and I missed saying this, but every Studio Series figures, both the old ones, not anymore for the new ones, every Studio Series figures comes with a background drop, and like I said about the one that I showed you, is the Cybertron Falls. So let's take everything out. This is the reason why I love Studio Series, is the background drops. There, this is the only way to make your figure look fantastic. But here it is, and we already seen it like so many times for each Bumblebee movie figure with this. And you can see right here, you have the number 84 on the side. So yeah. Alright, time for the final pose. Time you guys for the final results, so I'll be right back. Overall, the Bumblebee Movie Ironhide figure is a great figure. I think you can still try to get it today. I may not sure. I think some of it goes a bit cheap. But there's some that still go for overpriced on eBay. But if you're looking up to get a 2-pack with RC, probably a cheap one, then there you go. But anyways, I'm gonna end this right here. So have fun, stay safe, and I'm always you guys. I'm out.